Morning. Hopefully this foam mount doesn't wobble too much for you. I know the windshield's dirty. You may not be able to see very good with the glare. Let me put this sunshade. Does that make it better? Not really. I'll just explain real quick. So I'm cutting this slope out here in front of me. Honestly, let me just open that thing back up so you can actually see. So I'm cutting this slope out here in front of me right now to get some dirt. We're working in a sediment pond, and I need some dirt to build a road for dump trucks. So yeah, we got to build a road to get down in here with trucks. Got to haul some rock in and other materials and haul all that mud out. But we need material for that, so I'm laying the slope back to get some good dry stuff. So we're going to build a ramp. I don't know if you can tell, but my finger. So this level from here to the top up here is probably 12 or 15 feet. So we're using this dirt to build a ramp. What's up, Peyton? To build a ramp up, and then we've got to build a road along this tree line, and it turns up there and goes up this side of those Leland cypresses, whatever those trees are. So we need a decent amount of dirt. I've got some good dirt where he's at right now. It's pretty good. It's great, but it should work for what we need it for. And this slope needed to be cut back anyway, so we just saved it to build a ramp with. Sorry for having the windshield open, but you guys can't see with it closed. I need to wash it. Oh man, that's crazy. Water main break. Maybe it froze last night. I don't know where you guys are from, but here we're in North Carolina, and it's unusually cold for our winter. It's probably like 35 right now, but it's been getting down to low to mid 20s at night. So nothing Nothing's drying out here, and it just freezes at night, and then when it thaws out in the afternoon, it just turns to a mess. Like, I don't know if you can see all this, all that is ice. Sorry, the focus, but that whole slope over there, I graded all that last week, and it rained last weekend, and rained last weekend and froze up and hasn't thawed out yet. Yeah, Oklahoma, man, you guys should be getting some snow pretty soon. Looks like I was watching the weather earlier. Yeah, man, the snowstorm definitely seems like it's going to be a pretty big one. I'm honestly excited for it because we haven't had a good snow here in 5 years, I would say. So I'm ready for some snow. The kids want to play. I do too. I love playing in the snow, but we never get it. That's probably why. 2 years ago, yeah, yeah. We get here in we're in Charlotte, North Carolina, and the snow here, man. The mountains, get it. We're about 3 hours from the mountains, and they usually get a few decent ones a year. But it's almost like the storms that come from the Midwest hit the Appalachian Mountains, and we're on the other side, the eastern side towards the coast, and the mountains stop the snow from getting to us. So there's a few decent storms that come through a year, but the mountains usually catch it and stop it. Yeah. Um, so it's a bummer. I do love a good snow day or a few snow days, but they're saying we could get a few inches here, and next week's supposed to be below freezing all week, every night. So it's going to be miserable if we actually get snow. Because it's not going to leave. You know, this the stage of the stage we're in on this pond. Um, we need dry weather. They're actually supposed to come put sod on this in 2 days, but I don't know if we're going to do it or not because it's going to be frozen, and when it thaws, it's going to make a huge mess. So, um, yeah, I actually just called the sod guy just a little while ago. He didn't answer, but he'll give me a call back soon. Man, my favorite piece of equipment is probably, honestly, probably an excavator. Just for the simple fact that I can do this, I can talk on the phone while I'm in it. I can, you know, it's easy on your body. You're not running, you're not tracking back and forth a lot, so it's not too hard on your body and stuff. But I also do love running that dozer, and we also have oh jeez, sorry about that. We also have a track loader, which some people I know out Midwest they call them high lifts for some reason, but it's a Cat 953K, and I like running it too. It's really I like grading, making stuff look good, but I would I would have to say excavator's my favorite machine. What about you? Do you run anything? Track loaders, yeah. Yeah, man, they're cool. It takes a while to get used to them, but once you get it down pat, they're fun. And they're challenging. They're not as easy to run as a dozer. Like if you're grading or, um, whatever you're doing, um, it definitely takes more skill to make something look nice on a track loader than it does a dozer. I don't know why, but nobody hardly runs them anymore. They are really expensive, but I mean, even dozers are expensive. I think I want to say a new 953 is like 360 grand or something. So that's insane. But I mean, a new D3, I want to say, which is like that size machine behind us, is is like 300, 320. So they're not too far off from each other. This guy stinks. No, I'm just kidding. Just pushing dirt in the wrong spot. Bale hay in the summer. Yeah, man, I wish that's something that I really like is farming, but man, there's no money in it. And honestly, like farming's cool. Don't get me wrong. Like I actually used to work for a farmer. I worked for a farmer for a few years before I was old enough to come out on like commercial job sites. So I worked for them, and it was fun. I really did like it, but it just you couldn't make much money. Not like dirt work, but my dad has my dad's done dirt work his whole life. I mean, he's done it for 30. It would be 35 years this year, so something like that. 35, 36 years, maybe longer than that. Um, so I have it's all I've ever wanted to do, man. I love this stuff, dude. Like I definitely respect farming and stuff, but it's not like getting in a machine, man. Like it's not like getting in an excavator for me anyway. And it's getting close to lunchtime. I guess you're in Oklahoma. You're Central Time, I would assume. There's no way there's 90 people watching right now with only one guy in the chat. Is that real? Guys watching through a dirty windshield, not chat. Maybe it is. With 4 likes. Yeah, Central Time. So I think you guys are an hour behind us on Eastern Time. It's almost what 10:55 right now. Not too far from lunchtime, man. Go eat me a good peanut butter and jelly, some crackers, and get back to it, man. I've actually got a video coming out soon. Within the next should be within the next few days. It's kind of like a day in my life deal. I just started when I was leaving the house, started filming and filmed all when I got all the way to the job. When I got to the job, and I've edited about 7 or 8 minutes of it so far, and it was just my morning stuff, and then I just got to find the time to finish it. Yeah, man, dirt work. That's cool. Dirt work is where it's at, man. It really is. I don't know why, but dude, I love this. I love my family, of course, obviously, but dude, I love this more than anything else. I love cars, trucks. I used to be into dirt bikes before I had kids. And I hung that up because I got a big kid, so I can't risk breaking my neck or something stupid on a dirt bike. So I love all that, but man, I love this job. It's awesome. It really is. I don't know if anybody in here watches my videos or not, but my videos, I'm not very, I guess I'm not a very emotional person, so I don't get like real excited about stuff and stuff, but dude, I love this job. Even when I go home at night and edit videos, um, like, man, it's so cool. Just sitting there watching, just me doing a regular task, not even trying to be cool. It is to me. I love it so much. I don't know how my boy on the dozer's doing. I'm gonna have to Probably gonna have to get on that thing here in a little while and get her tuned up here. Yeah, so we got like a swell, like it kind of falls off, and there's a swell right in here, and goes up and turns. So we're gonna have to build that flat. Yeah, man, I do hunt. I do duck hunt more than I deer hunt, honestly. But here in North Carolina, it sucks, man. It's awful. Like there's no birds around here. I've started deer hunting more this year. I got a small property. It's not mine, but I got permission on a small property. I started bow hunting this year. I didn't kill anything, probably because I have no idea what I'm doing. But yeah, duck hunting, man, it's my favorite thing to do. Aside from work and family, of course. I could if there was ducks around here, I would take the winter off and guide hunts. That's how much I love it. Not to say that I know how to, but I would learn, you know. But we may kill, honestly, probably 10 birds a year, 10 or 15. It sucks that bad. Like, I don't have a boat or anything to go to the lake. So, actually, let's look at that. It's getting hot in here. Sitting in the sun. But yeah, I don't have a boat or anything, and there's just not much. Where we live, there's a lot of development. And to be honest, the birds that do come, that do migrate down, man, they stay in development ponds. Like there's a mall not too far from here, and there's a few rivers right around here that they all converge right there in the mall. It's called Concord Mills in North Carolina, and it's got some big retention ponds out in front of the mall. You know, probably a couple acres, and they're wet ponds, so they hold water. And it's nothing to go by there and see canvasbacks, redheads, mostly diver ducks, but that's where they go because they know they're not going to get killed there. But there's not. You got to go a long ways, you know, a decent ways away from there to get out from the development. There's a bunch of geese around, but it's the same thing. They're always in development ponds or whatever, which kind of sucks. I know out there with y'all, uh, yeah, boat fishing's pretty cool. I've never done any of that. I say I don't have a boat or anything, so I just never got into it. But yeah, I went to Wichita Falls, Texas, maybe 4 years ago now. Me and a big group of friends went out there with the outfitter. It's called Dry Creek Outfitters. They're pretty. I think they're pretty big guide service, and we had some fun. But even when we went out there, it was one morning. It was 60 degrees, so there wasn't that many birds. We shot a lot of cranes. Yeah, you guys are in a good, like, in the main flyway, seems like. That's what I'm saying. Around there, like, I know when we went out there, it was still warm, you know. Um, that weekend or whatever, when we went the 3 days, it was warm. There wasn't really that many migrators, but still, you know, we would ride by ponds, corn ponds, and there'd be, you know, a couple hundred geese. Go by a field, there'd be 1,000 geese, and maybe 100 ducks or 50 ducks. I mean, honestly, dude, around here, if you ride by a pond and it's got 10 mallards on it, that's unheard of. It's unheard of. That's how bad the hunting is here, man. There's just no weather, and all the ducks go to the coast. And like I say, development, man. That's really what's got it messed up. But I talked to some old timers. They say in the 80s and 90s, and before obviously, they it would, they'd have a hard freeze, a week of, just frozen. Everything will be froze for weeks at a time, and that never happens now. Like around Christmas time, it was like, dude, it was like 75 degrees for 3 or 4 days. So there's just no weather. I really do love the duck hunting stuff, man. It's fun. But I hope to one day own a property where I can, you know, build a hole on it and manage it like it should be. That'd be fun. I don't know if that'll ever happen. I'm married and got 3 kids. I'm the only one working. My wife stays at home, thankfully, with the kids. So I don't make a lot of money. Try to be smart with it, but still, again, I'm still stupid. So there's a lot of stuff I shouldn't do that I do with my money. So, uh, yeah, yeah, man, maybe one day. This house I'm working behind right now is, my coworker looked it up the other day on Zillow what it sold for 3 years ago. It sold for $4.3 million. It's like 9,000 square feet on like half an acre or something. This area we're working in is just crazy. Seems like such a waste of money to me, but whatever. I would have went and bought for $4 million. You could buy 100 acres somewhere and build $1 million house on it for that. So I guess it's just the area that they wanted, but people are insane. Oh heck yeah! Well, that's cool. You get a duck boat, I guess. Like I say, I would like to have one, but even on the lakes, man, even on the lakes around here, there's no birds hardly. I've got some buddies that have boats, and they'll get up and go at midnight or 1 o'clock in the morning and freeze their butts off, to beat other people to the spot and still kill like 2 wood ducks. And it's like I can go right down the road from my house and kill 2 wood ducks, so it's just not worth it to me. Yeah, heck yeah, yeah. I mean, they're cool. They really are. If there was birds around here, I would like to say I would have one. I don't know if I would be able to afford it or not, but I would like to. Well, that's pretty cool, man. What you gonna do when you get out of high school? Are you gonna farm? I guess. Yeah, that's cool. What do y'all shoot? Like carp, I guess, when you bow fish? Oh, man. Well, Peyton, I think I'm going to get off here, man. Probably go get in that dozer, do some work. So, it's good to talk to you, man. I really appreciate you talking in the chat. And maybe I'll be back on later, or maybe tomorrow. I'll catch you then, man. Appreciate it. Thank you, guys. Before I end it, God bless you guys. Thank you. Jesus loves you, and I do too.